fantasy football fans. It's me, the Fantasy Football Girl, coming at you with an all-new edition of Vlog Times. Well, if you were victorious in Week 13, then congratulations, because that likely means you are on your way to the playoffs. Yay! Now, I want to make sure you get all the way to the Super Bowl and, of course, win the big game. So if you need any assistance, be sure to not only tweet me, at the FF Girl, but to also check out the X's and Y's podcast, A His and Hers Guide to Fantasy Football. My co-host John Evans and I will be dishing up all sorts of goodness. We have some great guests coming up in the next few weeks, all in the hopes of helping you become your league's champion. Check us out on iTunes or at hisandhersfootball.com. All right, now let's get to it. The bus bombs and bonuses of Week 13. The Carolina Panthers' run defense had given up the most points to opposing running backs until Week 13. Enter LeGarrette Blount, running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who looked so good for so many weeks and in the ultimate fantasy matchup became the ultimate bust for Week 13. He carried the ball 11 times for 19 yards. No score. That was all really in the first quarter of the game. The Bucs fell so far behind. The backup quarterback, Josh Johnson, had to throw the ball. Didn't work anyway as they ended up losing to the Newton-led Panthers. In fact, Blount didn't even see any garbage time as Coach Morris gave all of that action to rookie back Moses Madu. What a bummer. Now in Week 14, the Bucs have the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags can be scored against on the ground, so I would keep Blount in your lineup as an RB2. However, that matchup is obviously a lot more difficult. When Buffalo's #1 back, Fred Jackson, was placed on IR and lost for the season, fantasy owners were totally dismayed. Those who picked up CJ Spiller, however, were handsomely rewarded this week, making Spiller the bomb for Week 13. Proving why he was the 9th overall pick in the 2009 draft, the backup running back carried the ball 14 times for 83 yards and scored a touchdown and caught 3 receptions for 19 yards and would have had a 41-yard touchdown, but unfortunately it was called back. Pretty good when it mattered in Week 13. Heading into Week 14, the Buffalo Bills will play the San Diego Chargers. I'd definitely keep Spiller as an RB2. Cross your fingers and hope he continues to pick up where Fred Jackson left off. I have been bitten by Michael Crabtree in the past, and not in a good way. I'm also sure I'm not the only one because right now he's only owned in 59% of Yahoo Fantasy leagues. All of that being said, however, I have to give the 49ers receiver bonus status for his performance in Week 13. He caught 4 balls for 96 yards and scored a touchdown, helping the San Francisco 49ers rout the St. Louis Rams in a 26-0 victory. Now, he was only targeted 5 times, but he did leave the rest of the 49ers wideouts in receiving yards. He also has an awesome matchup in Week 14 against the Arizona Cardinals and their 25th ranked pass defense. Gotta leave him in as a solid flex or wide receiver 3.